all, my name is Reggie and today I'll be sharing with you a DIY Harry Potter inspired print using book pages. If you don't know, this is part of Spooktober. If you don't know about Spooktober, I'll link the video announcing and detailing everything up in the eye for you. This is the second video challenge for Spooktober, and in this challenge, which is hosted by Stacy over at Stacy's Stories, we are to make a craft out of book pages. So I'm going to make a Harry Potter inspired print using book pages, and I hope you enjoy it. For this project, you will need some kind of paper or cardstock, writing utensils such as a pencil, a pen, and a Sharpie, glue or Mod Podge of some sort. You'll also need a pair of scissors. A book you don't mind using, I got this one for $1 at the Half Price Books. You'll also need a quote or theme you love. And then this one is optional, but that is a picture frame. So since I'm trying to go with a fall theme for my quote, I think I'm gonna pick kind of like an orangey yellowish paper. I'm gonna go with this one. Now that my paper is ready, I'm gonna tear out some pages from this book, and I'm gonna use my pencil to draw the shapes I want on this. The quote I am using today does mention an apple, so I'm gonna try to draw an apple. It's also a quote from Harry Potter, so I'm also gonna try to draw something from Harry Potter, like a Deathly Hallows symbol is what I'm thinking of right now, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know if you can really see it, but I'm happy with that, so I'm gonna cut it out. Now you could totally use an X-Acto knife if you're doing a complex design like I am. We had a casualty, but I think it'll be okay because we're gluing it down, and I think it's gonna be fine. I just need to be careful. And voila, not bad, minus casualty, which will be fine. I also wanted an apple on this print. I'm not very good at drawing things, so I'm gonna look up a picture of an apple. If you end up looking up pictures on your phone to do this, I think that looking up like silhouette type pictures is the best because they're just gonna be like that black typical stock footage, and they're gonna be the most helpful in what you're doing. There is my apple. Do know if the idea of cutting from actual books freaks you out or you just don't like it, you can use a lot of different materials for crafts like these. You can use a newspaper that is going to be recycled. You can print out pages, images of pages, or just write your own Word text and print that out from Word and on your computer. Or you can do what I did and buy a really cheap book that's discounted and pretty tattered and beat up that no one's probably gonna miss for like $1 and use that. Now I'm just going to erase the pencil marks on this. You can also totally use the inverse, like flip it over, but I have drawings on both sides of both of these, so I'm gonna have to erase one anyway. Just make sure you're very careful with this, as book pages are pretty thin. Have my prints, have my paper. Now I'm going to write the quote on next. I'm gonna kind of figure out where I want my prints on and where I want the quote. Now that I figured out my placement, I'm gonna write out my quote. Now, when you're writing this out and taping everything down, make sure you keep room along the edges if you're gonna use a frame or a matted border. That way, nothing gets cut off. I'm done with my quote. I'm going to remove these because they haven't been glued down yet, but you can see the quote I selected says, "Autumn seemed to arrive suddenly that year. The morning of the 1st September was crisp and golden as an apple. That is a quote from J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And I decided to emphasize the word golden in gold Sharpie. I think it looked really cool. Now I'm gonna go ahead and glue down my book pieces. So this is where Mod Podge might come in handy, and I'm going the glue route only because I'm putting this in a frame, so there's not as much of a chance of these like book pages falling off. So I am going to, since it's gold, just kind of do some fun work with the gold Sharpie. So there we have the finished product. I think it looks fantastic. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in a frame. And there we have it. I like how it turned out. I have, like, you know, my reservations about certain things. I think you always, when you make something, are hypercritical of it. But overall, I really, really love it, and I'm really happy with it. All right, now it's down there, so you can't really see it, but I like where it is, and I like how it looks there, so we're keeping it there, sorry. So if you enjoyed this video, you should definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Baby, I beg you, yeah.